Hey, first purchase 2023.
Is it?
I think so.
No, here, you should be looking at it, Connor. So it's got all this, I guess. Why
So what, just break it down for us, Connor. What's the difference between this one and the other?
It's bigger.
How many Godzillas would you say you have, Connor?
200.
200? Yeah. It's a fair number.
That's probably a low estimate.
Yeah, I would say no less than 200. Really big.
Yeah, no, this one's ridiculous. So what was this one called?
I don't know about the supersize, but I think that's GMK Godzilla. That's
Bandai.
the type of Godzilla it is. Not necessarily
Gigantic or
GNK?
GMK, which is Godzilla, Mothra, King Ghidorah. It's from a get
Cool.
the expert on the phone
And then what is it?
if he answers.
Oh, you want to show it to Connor?
Yeah,
Yeah, Bandai 94.
Connor, we got a question for your Toy Federation. Which Godzilla is this?
But he sees the size.
I say Godzilla, probably.
That's Ryan holding it. See how big it is? You know how they got the lines underneath the neck here? I know you can tell a lot by the way the face is. Heisei, probably Biollante.
Yeah.
Alright. Alright, bud. You rest up.
Alright, I see Marvel.
I dug this out, like Goblin from the Spider-Man McGuire movie.
Yeah, see, I don't know. Is that one? Is that any good?
To be honest, I don't know either. It's not a figure.
Oh, I want to look at these. So have you ever seen these? The transforming head play sets, but from...
Not in a long time.
Yeah. I found out about these, I don't know, in the early 2000s or something. I didn't know that they existed. And then when I saw them, I was like, that's so cool. And I think I did Star Wars Celebration. And let's just say I had $100 on this or whatever it was. And there was this mom with her 2 kids. And there were, like, there was, let's say these 2. But I think I had a Terminator one. And then they were like 100 and 100. And then the kids just tear them open.
Oh, it was like 100, 100, 100, and 250. So
Well, they probably don't surface that often because they're.
Yeah.
And then they did, you know, the smaller
little set
cart. Yeah.
with the figures and the
Right.
And this right here, I see like 189, one sold and one with a line to it. But
All right. Well, let me. Yeah. No, these were great.
Voltron,
Voltron.
but it's the
That's the funky looking one.
that's the
6-star one.
Now you can form Voltron.
Like I said, I think it's a couple where the legs and the hooks together might be broke.
Okay. Yeah, it seems like that's a common breakage. Yeah, blue plastic from this era just always has problems.
They've kind of dropped off too, ain't they, price wise?
Well, it does seem like it's common for it to break. So it
Yeah.
still have
So-
value, but if it's not broken, then it has another value.
I would value this at $100.
Yeah.
Is that what you were thinking?
Because the one did like
Well, there's
two-
only.
and then the
But
rest
that's
of
the only one.
Exactly, at Christmas time, and then the rest behind are like
It's the 80s, 90s. That's loose.
yeah.
100. 100.
Mm-hmm.
And then you got that dude.
That's right. Like I said, and you throw out the big number and the bottom number, keep it in the average.
Yeah, but it's consistently it's 100.
Exactly.
So is that going to work with you? Me
Yeah.
valuing it at that?
Yeah.
Super Amigos.
There's a whole story behind that too.
And as they discode them on purpose?
That's the way the
Original one.
right.
They
That's
did the Green
cool.
Lantern body and made
They made a Riddler out of a Green Lantern.
And they did the same thing when they retro the card.
Right, and the limbs were all kind of they didn't quite match.
Yeah.
Maybe look up the Spider-Man.
I got it.
Look up your Super Amigo.
Okay.
Look up that Voltron.
What's the Spider? Is the Spider-Man doing like around 60?
No.
No, it done dropped.
25.
Barnyard Commandos! The Rams are on the move! Rams, follow me! Sergeant Wooly Pullover!
Have a nice day, know what I mean?
Barnyard Commandos!
Do you think that's Resident Evil? See,
Not
I just thought it was DC.
Mm-hmm.
My brain,
looks kinda
like a
like
Killer
Hammer.
Croc. I don't know.
Well, I had the Toy Biz line, so I knew about the Hunter.
All right. Yeah, see,
Yeah.
but I can visualize the Toy Biz figures.
Yeah.
And then I think it's this box style.
Yeah,
It's not a NECA. That's not a NECA style box to me.
Looks like a DC Direct.
Right, right. So it's like, it's a Crocodile Man. Crack Master. Not Croc-Master, then it'd be cool, because then it's G.I. Joe.
Killer Croc.
Right, Killer Croc. It's $36.64 plus 23 shipping.
Mm-hmm.
So I mean, maybe this is $50
I got you.
for what I'd probably be willing to pay. It's not worth him parting with this.
Exactly.
But we're gonna spot check some of these others, and then I guess we'll find out on some of these others. But these are small and tiny, so we'll knock these out, and then I'll start hitting them on the big stuff.
I got some stuff out in the vehicle. I want y'all to help me look up. I don't know. I can't find them.
Okay.
Something y'all might not have seen it. Y'all might have seen it.
This I think we figured out. Oh, there's none of these online. At least, I mean, I haven't scoured all of the internet, but like for example, it's not on eBay. There's a burning Godzilla, and the guy wants, which is the same one, but it's burning, and I think it's 1,200 or 1,500. So I'm gonna have to see. This may come down to one of the ones where he's like, I ain't gonna sell it unless I get X. So I'm gonna find out on that. But I might pay his X just because it's super cool. Oh wow, so Unifighters.
Oh yeah.
How cool.
Yeah.
Are they? Because I don't know.
They're, I guarantee, I'm going to tell you right now, I guarantee you they're not very valuable.
Yeah.
But they're cool.
Okay.
Because they're stupid cool.
The Unifighters, ready to attack!
The Unifighters with backpacks that turn into one-man combat vehicles they can ride in. But that's not all. You can connect these vehicles to create master combat machines. The Army vehicles join to make a tank. The Marines unite to become a chopper. To pack even more power, put them all together and create the ultimate Unifighters fighting machine.
The power! Power on the back!
The Unifighters, part man, part machine, each sold separately from Galoob.
That's why I brought it to you,
Yeah.
the expert, to give me some guidance. I've
Yeah.
had them forever. Got them at a flea market.
I mean, I like all the weird, obscure stuff. So.
I thought you might. That's why I said, we'll just throw them in there and bring it up. They probably don't do much if we could even find them.
Yeah, you're probably right. They're probably, if we're lucky, they might be getting $30 a piece. I probably couldn't get 100. I'd probably get 80.
Yeah, I noticed it. That's cool. Yeah.
So I would value this at 80.
10-4.
And what are you thinking on these?
Well, if you had to do much and you can't find them.
I mean, there's another problem with NECA stuff is China bootlegs all of it.
These.
And it kills the secondary market because if this is $100 and you could buy a $30 free shipping from China, the average person isn't that involved in it to realize that it's fake. They just, the guy asking 100 is not nuts. I can get it for 30. But it hurts secondary market because some collectors just don't care. They just said, well, I just looks cool on my shelf, and then they buy bootleg. So these, let me look one more time. I know we figured this out.
We never came up with the alien one.
Oh,
Predator, yes.
I was thinking it was comparable, but let me double. No, I had to type it. See, because that's the scan gives nothing. So you have that. So by my traditional theory, if you throw a high and a low out, we'd say it's 100, but I don't know. But maybe a little bit more. Maybe one. I don't think I'd say 180.
Yeah.
Because I'd also went for 70. And it also went for 86. So I mean, I might be willing to make it to $1.25, but I'm not going to go with 189 when it was the best offer. And one was 60, one was 80, one was 90.
From what I saw, broken ones that were still functional were at 150. Ones that weren't broken, or at least from what I could tell, were around 180 to 2.
Yeah.
And then like perfect ones or in box ones is more.
No, yeah.
So that's kind of where I was at.
So where you kind of value this at the lot with the extra pieces, and I know there's some broken. What would you think?
I mean, I'd probably say it would be
200?
Yeah. For its value. I mean, that's what I was.
I mean, I would do 100 on it just to y'all can have it and mess with it and do whatever. That's up to mine.
And then what do you, and 125 in value on that one, or no?
That sounds good.
Okay. So what were you saying you wanted for this? I'm never gonna get that eye. So on this one he wants $600.
This end up being right there.
But I did just realize there's I guess this piece, so the eyes are stickers, and then there's like a contact lens type piece that goes over the eye. It's got it on one eye, not the other. And the likelihood of me getting that is slim to none. But then you just take it out, and then they both don't have it, right? And then you just, because then it's, if David didn't know, but he's the Godzilla freak, he knows everything, and he's like, these, you're missing the lens.
What if I do $50 for that?
Alright, I would do that.
Not $50. I'll just.
Yeah.
I'm like you. I would want to pop that out.
Well, because they make it even.
Make it even, yeah.
Or maybe figure out what it is and get somebody to make a. I don't know. Or maybe you could find maybe it's common and maybe somebody made. I don't know.
Yeah.
But I mean, it's ridiculously cool.
But you like it, right?
Yeah, no, I like it. I mean, we did find some comps to where this is getting about 8. But I'm willing to give them $550 for it. So we're doing that. And then the Unifighters, I'm just buying those for me. But, they're not all that pricey. So I'm thinking we got this all figured out, except for, are we down to this?
Yeah.
All right. Oh, is that one different? I haven't seen that one. Oh, the other, because it's Grayskull's the other one.
That's right.
If we're doing cash, I'd probably want to be at 100. If it's trade, it'd be $1.25.
What would you trade the Spider-Man you got out there for? You got 150 on it. That big 31 inch at the door.
Okay, I'll do that.
Okay.
So there's a Spider-Man over there he wants to trade for this? The 150 one?
Outside the door, outside in the little.
Oh, yeah.
That 31 inch one?
Yeah.
I figured.
All right. So then we traded for this. So this is out of the equation.
Yeah.
That's right. You really wanted that, though, right?
No.
Travis did.
No, I have a giant Spider-Man already. I don't need another.
So, Travis, what do you think?
The Sentinels?
Are they in the back?
Probably.
Oh, is that bad?
We got.
Because he would say instead of paying him $550, he'd take a Sentinel. And I know I'm still sitting on one, but then that saves me coming up with the cash for this.
It's going to be harder to get that than a Sentinel.
That's my opinion. The Sentinel will come in here eventually,
Right.
like everything does.
It'll come in. Just
Yeah.
like I didn't have to open my sale board because somebody brought me one.
Right.
There you go.
So, yeah, I
And I
think.
don't.
What? Sentinel just gonna come in.
So I'm gonna get
$550.
you a Sentinel,
Yeah.
and that saved me $550.
Boom.
All right. So it gets super complicated, but it's somewhere back there. But it has to be this.
Oh shit! I can't see.
I mean, I think if it's pulse.
This is it.
Okay.